Alright, as promised, I was gonna do this couple weeks ago. But pretty much this is a tutorial in how to do VR chat and avatars and worlds thumbnails. Um, Let me show you just some examples. Here are some of my avatars here. You can see the thumbnails. Uh, Here we have Lego person, and obviously when you see the thumbnail of that, you can see what you're gonna get through that avatar. Again, Papa Emeritus the Fourth right here. Uh, yeah, and I'm gonna show you many ways to do these thumbnails. So, and these also go for VRChat Worlds if you're creating some. Ready? Now let me just exit that out. Let me go to the Unity screen. Now, hopefully you're at this state. Obviously, you should be at this state where you got your avatar, your world is done. You got your textures all set. It has a VRChat avatar descriptor, it's rigged to humanoid, and pretty much you're at the state where you're just ready to upload, right? But you do need a nice, thumbnail uh, to show to the viewers or to yourself. And yeah, there's many ways to do this. So first off, um, in this part, I do want you to make sure you export this material sphere, or you can always create it, and it's simple. All you have to do is right click on the empty space in assets, go to the create, go right all the way down to material, just click on that, show you a blue circle here. That's the material sphere. Just name it anything. For me, I have a nameless ghoul, a band member from Ghost. So I'm just gonna name it nameless ghoul. Now my avatar is optimized, so only needs one texture. So when I drag it right there, see, it's all one texture. I bring my texture right here. It's called Z Merge 3. I just drag that. Well, first make sure you can see this. Just left click the material sphere once, and what you do is just left click and hold, and drag it all the way to albedo, and then boom. That is how you do it. So I already did that, so I don't need to do that. All right, so yeah, so just make sure you have a material sphere with the texture on ready. If you have multiple, then just make sure you have multiple material spheres with the multiple textures that you're using. And yeah, all right, so let's do this. So a quick way to do this is VRChat SDK, show control panel. You're at this part where you're ready to upload. I'm gonna upload this to Quest first because it's optimized. So I'm gonna publish to Android. Now here's what I'm gonna want you to pay attention to. So at this part, you're gonna see a certain window. All right, now this little tab here that I'm moving, you could just exit that out. You don't need that. Now just stay at this area here. Now you see that? That's little square image of my model. That's gonna be a thumbnail. Now, how to edit that is actually right here in the top middle of your screen. You see that pause thing? Just click on that once, and boom, you're back to the edit mode right here, while still, in this screen of uploading to VRChat. Now, what you're gonna look for on your left side of your sample scene is VRC Cam. That is your thumbnail camera. This is the camera that you're gonna be using for your thumbnail. Now, just to make sure you remember, you can always use right here where my mouse is, move to rotate. So right here, or you can always click R, to, oh, don't click R, click E. E is to rotate, and then W on your keyboard is to move it around, and then like that. So let me show you what I do actually for most of my avatars. This is the simple one. This is the easiest one you could do. So just click E on your keyboard, rotate it by clicking the green circle here. Just angle it like angle it down like that. And just move in a little bit. You can move it in. I mostly just show like a portrait view, just the top part, and then like that. And then that's it. Now what you want to do here is go on your sample scene, since you're still in the thumbnail edit mode, is right click here and go to light and directional light. Now this is going to create a directional light in the sample scene right there. Now I'm gonna move this. Yeah, this can be literally anywhere in the project. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure, see, these lines here, these vertical lines. This is the direction where the sun is gonna be shining. So I want it to shine this way, like towards his face, but obviously at a top view. And then boom. Now, when you click on the camera, when you click back to VRC Cam, you can see the camera preview. This is pretty much your thumbnail preview. That's what it's gonna look like. Now, obviously, it looks kind of boring, with the Unity scene in the back. So what I do is usually take the directional light and set it all the way and point it upwards. Now, what that does is actually makes your background dark, but your model uh, is still shown. Now, because of that, because I don't know, but the surface right here is actually like a platform. Makes it dark. But make sure that the sun is still showing on an angle where it can still shine on your model. And then you click on the top middle right here, and then boom. Now I know my screen may be a little bit messed up. That's because I'm uploading for Android or Quest. But pretty much if you can see right there, that is my model with the black background. But I can still see my model shown, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, and then obviously just name your model. So nameless ghoul optimized. This is at the, I forgot what concert this person's outfit is wearing, but yeah, and then let's click upload. Now another way you can do this is and then just upload, and that's it. If you want a black background but still have the model shown, that's it, you're done. Now that's the first way. The second way is cooler, and that's if you want a nice background to it. Just still click on the middle pause button, stay at the thumbnail editor's screen or mode. So then still keep the light here shining. Have this camera where you want it to be viewed. Alright, but now that you want a background, this is a simple way to do it. In Google Images, you can search up any background you want, obviously, and save it as a JPEG or PNG. For me, for the Band of Ghosts, it's a satanic band, but I'm gonna use a Gothic era castle scene right here. So obviously, just go to Google Images, Gothic era, or something like, I don't know, party hat or something like that. For your avatar thumbnails. For me, I'm just use Gothic castle scene. Right click, save image as I don't know, Gothic era castle background. I did not spell that right, but I'll go back to that. But what you can do is now you saved it, so you show in folder here. All right, and then I'm just gonna drag that into my Unity project. All right, and there you go. Now I can't just obviously post that, and put it into the thumbnail. It's not how it works. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to sample scene, right click, 3D object, and a cube, and then right here, place a cube, and this is gonna be like you're gonna create a wall here. This is gonna be your background. So click R on your keyboard to adjust the blue box, just how long your thing is gonna be. Now I just wanted a wall, so I'm just gonna keep this flat. I'm gonna expand the red and expand the green, so I have a large background. I need a large background, and then like that. And now you see it's still plain white, and you you only have I only have one material ball, so I can't just use that. What I'm gonna do is create a new material sphere. Right click in assets, create a material, boom. So I do that. I'm gonna rename this. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna rename this to background. Right. Now I'm gonna click and drag the Gothic era background and put it right there. Now I have the background image all set. Boom. So now I have that. Now if I click on the camera preview, it's still a little bit off-centered. So let me set the rotation all to 0. Oops, let me set that back to 180 maybe. Okay. And then like that. Angle it like that. And then for this part, I need to make it just a little bit bigger. Now, when I do this, it's good. Also, one more thing in this one is you can also turn on emission if you want the background to pop out a little bit more. Turn on emission. That pretty much makes any texture pretty much glow in the dark or light up. So you see where it says HDR right here? I'm gonna set that to white, bright as heck, and then you drag in the same texture as you did for albedo. Boom. So now if I turn this off, you see how it's dark, and then when I turn it on, it pops out more. Alright, so then when I click on camera preview, because it's better than looking through here, you see that my model's right there, and it has my nice background. So then once you're done with that, uh, you can upload, and there you go. So now you have a perfect model for the thumbnail, your camera's all set in, and you got a nice background for it. Now for the last, now that's the second way, and then the third way is to fully complete the thumbnail is to have this not T-pose but actually have a nice pose. Luckily, if you've seen my tutorials in the past, I've used this program called Mixamo. Mixamo gives you animations and poses. So uh, let's do that. So obviously, let's start from the beginning. You're at this point where you're gonna upload, but you don't do it yet. You set all your name, private, public. I'm set it public. My model's optimized, so I'm gonna use for fallback. Agree to the terms and all that. Put in the user description. Do not upload yet, because remember you're still setting up the thumbnail. Just click on the middle pause button, and just set up your light, which I've shown you how to do. Set up your camera. You got your background all set, but this time now you want your character to not T-pose, but actually have a nice pose. How you do that is, for me, I'm going to use Mixamo since my model is a Mixamo rig. I go to here, Mixamo, you sign in, upload character, select character file. Oh yeah, by the way, at this point, you just leave this program, just minimize the tab. You don't have to do anything there. Just go to Google, go to Mixamo. Now I'm going to go in my files and find my model. So its name is called Free to Perform. By the way, I saw some of your comments in the previous videos. Like I said, Mixamo only likes to work on human style human models. So not too big of a head or something like that. Like if you try to do a penguin, it's gonna be hard. So obviously I got my model in, click next. Alright, now I'm gonna go to pose. I'm gonna do rock and roll. Or yeah. Okay, you know what? Since it's not there, there's not every animation is here, but I can always do a wave. Like right here. Or maybe I can do a stance. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a wave. So I got a wave, or I can do a stand. There's many types of poses you can do. But for now, you know what? sorry to stop you for a bit there. Alright, so I'm just gonna use, wave, alright? So at this point, you got waving right here on the right side of your screen. You can select the energy, how much you want this person to wave. Actually, yeah, so the direction, like that is actually pretty good. And then just download. So download with skin, keyframe reduction none, frames per second. Just leave it at, I don't know, any, I guess. Oh, obviously FBX. Download. So now I got my waving downloaded right there. Just show in folder. Now I'm gonna save that into my files. You don't have to, you could just keep it in downloads. I'm just gonna send it right here. Now, if I should see right here, I have my waving. I drag that or import it into Unity. And then what I'm gonna do next is actually drag in my waving here. Now, obviously, this is gonna be the part where you're gonna have to do everything again. You know, put in the textures, set up the size and everything. But do not put in the avatar descriptor. Just keep it as a model. Don't set it to humanoid. Just keep it as a prop, because remember, this is just a pose for the thumbnail, and your real model is just here. Because you already did the avatar descriptor, the rigging, like to humanoid and all that. That's already set. You don't have to do it again. So right here, let me just set up the size. So 8, I don't know, 8.7. What size was this? 8.874. Okay. All right. Now, even if you did the size, it still looks a little bit off. That's because for this to be the right size as it should be, just drag in a texture or material sphere onto this, and boom, it fixes that. Now we got that. Now we're gonna move the camera. We're not gonna make the camera face the T-pose guy anymore. We're gonna make it face this guy, because this guy is the pose is posing for the thumbnail or the picture. So we're also gonna move the you don't have to move the sun. The sun doesn't actually matter where it's placed. All right, like that, and boom, look at that. It looks pretty good. Uh, so then when I go to, view avatar, my model is waving, and it has a nice background. Plus, it has a light so it could shine on the model, and boom, there you go. And now we could just upload, and yeah, that's it. That's how you do. So that's all the ways you can do for uploading your model, and uploading the avatar to VRChat. I mean, not the avatar, the thumbnail to VRChat. You're welcome.